What it do? Dream Team, it's your boy D-Neil back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Only Fools and Horses, Season 5, Episode 8, The Frog's Legacy, Part 2. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Oh my god!
It's just a stooge.
Of the acts.
No, we ain't. No, of course he ain't. We've never met before in our lives, have we, sir?
No deal, we hadn't.
God dang.
Come.
You told me to get better in front of a crowd.
Yes, I know that, but I didn't ask you to do the third act from Singing in the Rain, did I, eh? You came round the corner looking like old Father Time, one brotherly massage, and you turned into Wayne Sleep.
I'm not used to all this market spinning. Why you get Rodney to do it?
Because Rodney started his new job today, anyway. Can't be in two places at the same time. Oh, come on, clear all this lot up, will you?
Bloody fair, eh? I fought a war for the younger generation.
Oh, yeah? What side were you on? What, boy? Albert? Good wedding, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, it was mustard.
Lisa and Andy were double pleased with that dinner service you bought. They must have cost a fortune.
Nah, that's all right, Trig, you know. Anything for the young couple. Oh, well, here comes money, look.
Did you see the crappy present he bought, huh?
No, I didn't catch that, Trig, no.
Load of cheap old plates. The sort of thing you get in a bad Chinese restaurant.
Well, that's typical of him, though, isn't it, eh? That's why he's so rich, you know, for being so tight.
Yeah, he's tight, isn't he?
Yeah. You know, he's the sort of bloke who buys a tin of baked beans on Tuesday so he can have a bubble bath on Wednesday.
Morning, gentlemen.
See? Boise, all right.
Another fine day in Gotham City. Well, Trigger, the wedding seemed to go off very well, all things considered.
Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it?
Did Lisa and what's-his-name find time to look at my present?
Yeah, they looked at it. Not for long, though.
What about his little gift?
Oh, well, they put Dell's present straight in their display cabinet.
Peasants.
Reminds me, talking of the wedding, there's something I wanted to ask you two. Now, listen, think back to the early 60s, right? Do you remember Freddy the Frog?
Freddy the Frog? No, don't ring a bell. I remember Torchy, the battery boy.
Twizzle.
Don't believe you two. I just don't believe you.
Stone.
Hang up. That's off.
Hello, your minicab's arrived, Albert.
Your mini caps arrived, Albert.
Is that Dave?
Yeah.
You never told me my new job was a cheap moulder.
Show some respect.
Just you wait, Bill. Just you wait.
Peter led them down a one-way road.
Why don't you take us down here, Rodney? It's no entry.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Jahan. I was talking to my brother and sorry. Could you just back up a little bit, please? Do you mind backing up a little bit, please? Because we... Oh, what's the trouble?
Hey.
I can't stand it anymore. Oh, what a plonker. Excuse me, out of the way, Ali.
Yes, I'm finding this rather upsetting too.
Do you know the bloke in the hearse?
No, but I know the bloke in the Cortina. I sold it to him last week.
Bro, they are a trip, bro. Everybody in this show is a freaking trip, bro.
You're a liar, Del.
I swear to you, Rodney, I did not know what your duties would be. Mr. Jahan never told me.
Didn't know my arse. Some money into the flat.
Yeah, well, every little helps, Rodney, every little helps. And anyway, I thought that black suit looked really good on you.
No, it didn't. I saw a reflection of myself in a window. I looked like a wand. You told me I'd be a trainee computer programmer.
And are you not programming his computer?
Oh, yes, I am programming his computer. I am also an apprentice pallbearer, a fully fledged chief mourner, and I have to go and get the sandwiches.
Long as you've got job satisfaction, that's the main thing.
Well, I have not got job satisfaction, actually. Matter of fact, I am thinking of resigning.
Well, you better hurry up before he sacks you.
Look, that big traffic jam was not my fault. All right, you name one person who blamed me.
Mr. Jahan did.
Grieving relatives did.
The flying eye did.
Well, my fault the differential on that Cortina seized up. Well, I called for the RAC and they called for a tow truck but couldn't get through.
Why?
Because of the big traffic jam. Anyway, it all went off all right in the end.
Oh, yeah, it went off all right in the end. I mean, you could have started a trend. Floodlit funerals could be all the rage. Anyway, I don't want to talk no more about it. I've got more important things on my mind.
No, we're not getting back to Freddy the Bleeding Frog again, are we?
Yes, we are. There's £1 million worth of gold bullion out there, and it's mine. It's ours.
You are something else, you are. A drunken old woman spins you some cock and bull story and you fall for it.
Now listen, Rodney, just because Reenie was a good time girl who liked the occasional tizer, that was all right. She was never a liar. Anyway, I've been out seeing a few faces this afternoon. I've got some information. They have confirmed it, right, about a robbery, the gold bullion never being found, the lot.
Who confirmed? Who confirmed it? I ain't hear the conversations, Dale. Who you been talking to?
Can you be sure it ain't been found? I mean, over the past few years, every policeman and underworld figure in the country must have been looking for that gold.
Yeah, and what would they have done with it, eh? They'd either put it through a fence, which meant it becomes public knowledge, right? Or they smelt it down themselves, right? And if they do that, well, that amount of gold coming onto the market, Rodney, causes ripples, right? The sort of ripples that would be remembered for a long time.
What if the police found it?
I'm talking about the police. The chaps never found it either. I had a chat with the Driscoll brothers.
You went and saw the Driscoll brothers?
What are they like?
God, well, they're smashing blokes, son. It's like bumping into the two Ronnies, Biggs and Cray. I never sussed out why you was asking questions.
No. I mean, you know what they're like, don't you? A couple of years ago, right, some guru reckoned the world would end within a month. And Danny Driscoll bet $1,000 that it would. And he's the...
Why would you bet $1,000 that it would end? Even if you won, you don't get your money.
brains of the outfit. No, the only trouble was, I kept on having to refer to him as Freddy the Frog. I couldn't remember his real surname. It was, I don't know, Robson or something.
Robdall.
Robdall. That's what it was, yeah. I'm trying to think of that all afternoon. Just a minute, wait. Did you know him?
Yeah, vaguely.
Well, why didn't you say?
Well, first time I met him, he was just a kid. 18, 19, different age group from me. Then over the years, I used to bump into him every so often. Usually in one of the pubs down the docks. He was a very likeable bloke, very generous. He was very tall and handsome. Yeah. Everybody liked him, especially the women. They used to fall over themselves for him.
Yes. What about the gold bullion?
Well, he robbed a bank in the city.
Yeah, we know all that, don't we? What happened after the robbery?
Well, about a week after, Freddie and an explosives expert called Jerry Kelly, they broke into a post office in Plumstead. Yeah, that's right. And then apparently they set the wires of the explosives all right, everything going well, when nobody knew why, Freddy the Frog sat on a detonator. They found him up on a roof of a building across the road.
All right. What happened to the other mush, Kelly the Jelly?
Well, he was holding the nitroglycerine when Freddy sat down.
So he didn't survive either.
Well, if he did, he'd be no good in a Mexican way.
Yeah, they was goners. Freddy sat on the detonator, bro. You got to be kidding me, Freddy. You got to be kidding me.
I don't know. Wherever I go, it's the same story, innit? Freddy the Frog took the secret with him.
Maybe he shipped the gold abroad.
Nah, there wouldn't have been time. It was only a week between him doing the job and hitting the snooze button, wasn't there?
Do you know, there's another thing that's confusing me and all. I mean, if that Freddy the Frog was going out with a married woman on this estate, why did he leave all his money to our mum?
It's mystery, isn't it?
It's a mystery, isn't it? A mystery that we all know, but Dale boy. That we all figured out.
And there's another thing. I was talking to one of them Driscoll heavies, and he reckoned that Freddy, he had a son by that woman.
It's just a rumour, Del. I take no notice of rumours.
No. But I mean, if it was true, that boy would be in his mid-20s by now, wouldn't he? Still, the thing is, he don't know who his dad was, so he can't make a claim on the fortune, can he? Oh, look at this, Rod. Oh, there you are. Look at this, Rodney, look. Here we are, millionaires, and we're getting threatening letters from the milkman.
This Freddy the Frog, did he have any hobbies or pastimes?
Did he have any hobbies or pastimes? We're looking for his gold, not his ruddy tennis racket.
No, I just thought, the more you find out about him, the more you know how his mind works.
All right, yes. Good thinking, Rodney. Right, well, he was a bit of an artist or something, wasn't he, Albert?
Yeah, good artist, yeah. They reckon that if he hadn't have been a tea leaf, he could have made a very good forger.
Well, that's got us a lot closer, isn't it, eh? Problem solved, that's it. I think I'm going to go to bed. Say good night to you two. Good night.
Right. Albert.
They're rumours, Rodney. That's all. Rumours.
I thought we. Why Rodney worried? I could have swore. I thought we already went over there. That Rodney and Dale got the same dad. They all got the same blood type, although that doesn't mean that that's their dad, I guess. So maybe not. But I thought it was confirmed in that episode. I guess I was wrong. But I don't think Freddy's his dad. I think can't be. No.
Good night, son.
Rodney, don't forget, you've got to be down the mall by 9:30. Right, come on.
Of course he does.
We'll just finish this and we'll pop down the market and do a bit with the massagers. And this time, when I've finished operating on you, no tap dancing. Just straighten up slowly like it's a miracle. Got it! What's all that about?
Dunno. Looks like peace in our time.
What are you about? Sit there.
This morning, Mr. Jahan asked me to transfer all his old paper files onto computer.
On my computer?
Yeah. Now, have a read of that.
No, it's a summons, isn't it? No.
It's one of Mr. Jahan's order forms from July 1963. Now look who ordered one coffin to be specially made, one Frederick Rogdell. But it was ordered 5 weeks before he did the robbery, 6 weeks before he blew himself up. But don't you see what it means?
Yeah, he had a premonition.
He had a premonition. Could he have faked his own death? or did he bury the money in the coffin with him?
No, wait a minute. Look. This casket here was ordered by Mr. Frederick Robdell, right? He paid for it, but it was made for a Mr. Alfred Broderick. Who's Alfred Broderick?
No. Look at the two names closely. It's an anagram.
Yeah, I can see that. But who was he?
No. Oh, bloody hell. Look. If you transpose all the letters, mix them up
yeah.
all the letters from Frederick Robdell, right, it becomes Alfred Broderick. In other words, Broderick never existed. He's just one of Freddy's aliases.
He's right and all.
So what you're saying is that he put
The bullion.
into the coffin and then got the co-op to hide it for him. Or in this case, Mr. Jahan.
That's right. It was all legal above board. It was most probably paraded through them streets.
I bet he even got the old bill to hold up the traffic for it.
And then it was buried with all the usual honours. All Freddy had to do was bide his time and then come back for it.
You two seem to be forgetting something. This isn't a family pet you're talking about. If what you're suggesting is right, he'd have needed permission from the authorities. He'd have needed official documentation and lots of it. So where's he get all that?
He always has to spoil things, doesn't he?
Wait a minute. I think I've cracked it. Listen, way back in the early 60s when you was just a nipper, Mum got herself a job down at Town Hall as a secretary.
A secretary?
Yes. One of her duties was hoovering out the registrar's department, right? See what it means? That she could get her hands on all the documents that he needed and mark them with the official stamp. Yeah.
Of course.
Otzi! What are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be helping me with the embalming.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Jan. I took an early lunch.
It's all right, Mr. Jahan. No, gee, please, just come and sit down for a minute, will you? Because, just like to have a little chat with you. Look, Rodney found this in your files.
But this is confidential material.
Yes, I know. It just shows you how keen he is, though. He's bringing his homework to lunch with him. Listen, do you remember this man, Mr. Frederick Robdell?
Yes, I remember him very well. Most charming man. See, my father had just bought the business and Mr. Robdell was one of our first clients. The other reason it sticks out in my mind is because Mr. Robdell ordered an extra large casket to be made.
And I expect his mate, Mr. Broderick, was an extra large chap, was he?
Oh, I wouldn't know. We didn't handle the funeral.
What?
We simply supplied the casket. Mr. Robdell came and collected in a van one night.
You mean it was a takeaway?
Mr. Robdell told us it was to be a very private affair. We didn't question his decision. We didn't want to intrude upon his grief, and we needed the business.
Wait a minute. Does that mean that you don't know where it's buried?
As I said, I don't know. It was a private affair. I must go now. Rodney, how long will you be?
Back soon, Mr. Jan.
We have a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, I know.
How they gonna figure it out?
Well, that's the end of that, then.
You'll never find it now, son.
Yes, we will.
Dale, the gold has been missing for 24 years. And the last thing anyone saw of Freddy the Frog was on a radar screen. So what chance have we got?
Listen to me. He would have buried it somewhere local. He would have stuck to an area that he knew well. So listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go down and see the flower man down a market and get us a codule of tulips on sale or return. Then you're going to go and visit every graveyard and cemetery in the district, and you're going to read every name on every headstone. And when you leave a flower as if you're one of the relatives.
But it's thousands of them.
Well, all right, if anyone asks you, say you come from a big family.
Dale gonna be a millionaire, god dang it. Whether he like Dale gonna figure it out. He said come hell or high water. I'm about to find that gold. I'm gonna find that. I don't think the gold exists. I think Freddy probably faked his death, bro. If you ask me, I could be wrong. I could not, since I cut it into 2 parts. Maybe I misheard what they said in the first part. But I don't know. I think he probably is dead. I don't know.
Well, Lee, I want you to do the same in your travels. Bit like a busman's holiday for you, isn't it, eh? In the meantime, I'm going to check the records down at town halls, stonemasons, churches, that sort of thing. Don't worry, brother, don't worry. We'll find it, we will. We'll find it.
Dell, I don't want to be the prophet of doom or nothing, but I do get the feeling we are wasting our time. That is time that could be spent more productively in earning some money and paying some bills. We owe 2 months' rent. We are drinking tea with no milk in it, and the electricity board keep calling round to see why their meter is running backwards.
There's food in the cupboard, isn't there?
Yeah, thanks to my pension and Rodney's wages, it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to drive down to Hampshire and pick up that computer money off the vicar.
Oh, leave it out. That gold must be here, hidden somewhere. I mean, it can't have disappeared. This is Peckham, not the Bermuda Triangle. And as for me, going all the way down to Hampshire to pick up a piddling 120 quid, that's like admitting defeat. A sign that I'd given up all hope of ever finding my birthright. And that is not my style. When Del Trotter says he's going to do something, Del Trotter does it.
Yeah, let him know.
You see what I mean, Mr. Trotter? I've tried everything and it simply refuses to work.
Has it received a whack of any kind?
Oh, no, I can assure you.
There you go. Duly needed.
Yes. Of course, I'm not technically minded like you, Mr. Trotter.
No, well, some of these high-tech advancements, they need a bit of encouragement. Well, if you'll just give me my money, I'll bid you a fond farewell.
I'm afraid I shan't be needing the computer, Mr. Trotter.
What?
As I said to you at the wedding, I couldn't honestly see what part a computer could play in the daily running of a small parish such as this, and my words have been borne out.
Yes, I know. But if it had been working properly, you would have seen the benefits.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Trotter, and I'm awfully grateful to you for giving me it for 2 weeks on approval, but I simply have no need of it.
Well, I can't take it back now. It's been used. Yes, I know, but you've taken it out of the protective wrapping. And look at that there, look, it's had a whack there, look there.
It's had a whack there. You just whacked it.
You just did that?
Yes, I know that, but I'm not a technician, am I? I'm merely a salesman, that's all. I mean, what am I going to tell my governor, eh? I'm going to have to go up and I'm going to have to tell him 1 or 2 things. I'm going to have to say to him, you know, that you took it out of the protective wrapping, you messed about with it, you let an unqualified Wally repair it, and now you want to elbow it. No, I'm sorry. No, I mean, look, that machine was in perfect condition when I loaned it to you. Look at it now. I mean, look at it. Look, it's second-hand, isn't it?
But Mr.
All
Trotter,
right, okay. As you are a man of the cloth, and seeing that you're the one who nosed it up, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you have that for the second-hand price. So you give me 100 notes and we'll say no more, all right?
I don't want the computer.
But this computer is the top of the range. This is the silver cloud of computers. I mean to say there are thousands of people pouring out of London into the new housing estates in your parish. Your flock is increasing. I mean, you're going to need one of these to keep a check on them all, aren't you?
I only wish that were true. Unfortunately, few people seem to require the services of a church such as this. It seems a pity to me that there aren't more people like our beautiful friend, Mr. Robdell. What? Oh, I do apologise. I couldn't help overhearing you and Mrs. Turpin discussing Mr. Robdell at the wedding.
You mean to say that you knew Freddy the Frog?
I'm sorry?
I mean, you knew Frederick Robdell?
Many years ago, when I came to St. Mary's first, he had a holiday home a few miles from here. He always used to look in if he was down this way. A charming and very generous man. He donated the stained glass windows. In fact, he loved this church so much, his parents are buried here.
Oh, that's nice. And did you ever meet his friend, Mr. Broderick?
Alfred Broderick?
That's him?
Well, yes. Not to say meet in the conventional sense. I had the sad duty of laying the poor man to rest. He must have been rather a large man. It took 8 of us to carry him from the hearse.
Yeah, well, he was an anagram. Could you tell me where you buried him? I'd like to pay my last respects.
Oh, yes, it'll be here in the records. He must have been very close to Mr. Robdell. I've never forgotten the way that he kept patting the coffin and contained his grief behind a smile.
Yeah, well, we were all a bit choked, you know.
Oh, yes, here we are.
Here it is.
Now, about the computer.
Well, don't worry about that. Give it to the jumble sale. It's only a load of rubbish anyway.
What do you put in that thing?
It's my own recipe. Dutch tobacco, navy shag, and a spoonful of rum to keep it moist. Smell the salt, Rodney?
Well, you put condiments in it as well.
Talking about the ozone
You put condiments in it as well.
in the air. Takes me back. Yeah, funny how a smell can start the mind turning.
Not to mention a stomach.
Rodney, I know where it's buried.
What? You mean here?
Here. Come on. Albert, bring that shovel.
Dale, you cannot go digging up a grave in broad daylight. I mean, I know there's nothing actually in it, except for gold bullion, but if anyone saw us doing it, they might not understand.
Oh. Come on, over here. Come on, over here. This is it. This is where he buried it.
Where?
There.
Oh my God.
A burial at sea? Why? How did he ever hope to get the gold back?
Because there were one or two things that our dear uncle forgot to inform us of, Rodney. Like, he told us that he met Freddy the Frog, right? But he didn't say where and how.
I met him when he was doing his national service in the Navy.
Yes, he was a sailor. He also omitted to tell us how he got the nickname of Freddy the Frog. Now, we assumed it was because of his love of all things French.
No, it was because he was a frogman.
Yes, it was because he was a frogman. I know that now, I just got...
Uncle Albert knew all the information. He knew all the info and didn't give him none of that.
the full SB off the vicar.
Why didn't you tell us?
Well, you know me, I never talk about my days at sea.
We knew that Freddy had a chalet down here at the coast. If we'd also known he was an ex-sailor and a deep-sea diver, we may have been able to put two and two together.
Yes. And you might have saved us a fortnight of creeping round every cemetery and churchyard in South London.
Well, if you knew he was buried at sea, why'd you ask me to bring this shovel?
So I could whack you on the bloody head with it. Oh, well, he gives me the hump, doesn't he? Gives me the right steaming hump. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. He got all the authentic paperwork, a pucker ceremony, kosher vicar. He even got two off-duty policemen to help him carry the coffin to the boat.
That's crazy.
All he had to do was wait for the dust to settle, then come back with a frogman gear, dive down and get it. You must have known these waters well. Probably been diving them for years.
It's out there, Rodney. It's out there. Our legacy.
Nothing you can do about it now, Del.
I'm not leaving it there. The sea shall not have it. I shall bring it to the surface. We can do it. I have faith in you, Rodney.
Me? What do you mean you've got faith in me?
Listen, I can get you all the flippers, you know, the goggles, all the... You're the only one in the family who can swim.
All I ever got was a 50-yard certificate at school.
Well, you only need to swim 50 yards. Down. On your bike.
Where are you going to start searching? You're looking at 500 square miles of ocean. It took them 70 years to find the Titanic. So what chance we got with an outsized coffin?
Gotta do something. He who dares wins. It's £1 million worth of gold out there, Rodney. Our gold. We can't just say bonjour to it.
Do I look like him?
It was just a rumour, son.
Do I look like him?
Bit.
I always felt as if I was a bit different from the rest of the family, you know. Bit of a cuckoo.
Just a rumour.
Freddy the Frog. Killed himself by sitting on someone else's detonator. What a plonker.
I guess he really is dead, my bad.
Come on. Let's talk about it over a pint, eh?
Yeah, I expect you're right, bruv. But in the words of General MacArthur, I will be back soon. I'm not leaving our birthright down there in Davy Smith's locker, no way. I tell you, Rodders, this time next year, we will be millionaires.
I need you to go find it, Dale, because I need y'all to become the millionaires. I need y'all to do it. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon and drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D-Neil. Out.